Hello. So tonight we're going to be working on the E36. We're going to be putting in some fun stuff from Hard Motorsport. We got a whole bunch of stuff from them when we took our trip up to Spokane. So we're going to be putting in the aluminum pedals because the gas pedal on this vehicle is broken. And then we also have the clutch and the brake pedals that come along with that same kit. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is putting in the firewall plate, which replaces the heater core.
But before we start on this, we need to move this in the other bay just so we can lower this to get to it easier so we can install those new parts.
So as you can tell, that is not my E46 that we actually drove up to Spokane. That is my new 128 that I just recently purchased. Jonathan bought the 325 from me shortly after coming back from that trip. So we actually have quite a few videos in store for that car too. We don't like the headlights. We're probably gonna do taillights and stuff like that on it. So there'll be some cosmetic upgrades on it. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of tuning capabilities on that vehicle, so we won't be doing any power upgrades, but we're gonna be definitely changing it cosmetically. So one of the hardest parts you will encounter while doing this is actually getting your stock one off. As you can tell, this one's completely broken. The top piece is being held on by a little tiny, almost like a spring clip on the back. So you push that and you slide this off the top of the pedal. On the bottom, there is a little clip that sits kind of like this. And you'll push the clip away from it and pop it out. And then this piece right here, which is the base of the pedal, comes straight up. The design of this, where this was clipped on, is actually what we're going to be using for the Hard Motorsport pedal. It actually utilizes that L bracket that the car has on it originally. Ours has a lot of rust on it, so we're actually going to take a wire brush and clean it all up real nice and maybe put some rust preventing primer on it before we put this pedal in.
So we just sprayed on that rust preventative spray. It's similar to a spray paint in the fact that it takes a little bit of a time to cure. So we aren't going to wait the full 24 hours, but we're going to kind of stall for as long as we can. So in the meantime, we're going to apply these. These are the clutch and the brake plates. We think so far, we'll find out as we go, that all you do is take off those covers. They're like a rubber or a plasticky cover that sits over top. So you take that off, drill holes, and then put these 3 nuts and bolts in. The bolt's gonna go right in the front, and then that bolt, or the nut, is gonna come in right in the back. So we're ready to install this heater core delete plate. It uses the pre-existing holes from the heater core that was already in the car. It's super straightforward, just the 4 nuts and bolts. It just sits just like this and goes right into those holes. You do have to screw the nut from the other side, but that's not going to be hard.
So this plate isn't just a replacement for a heater core, it is actually a safety piece. If there was something to happen in the engine bay, it doesn't have a straight shot here into the cab. I have one of these on my E46. We didn't go over it because I actually installed it before we were really videoing everything. But this one fits very well, and the one on my E46 went in without a problem. If you want to make this more airtight, you can do your own gasket or caulk it or something like that to make it so that it's completely airtight. We're back to the gas pedal. What you're going to want to do is take off this bracket. There are 3 Allen screws on the bottom. There are 3 little pieces here that actually slide through the original mounts where the old gas pedal used to just clip on. Once those are through, what you want to do is put this bracket on the back side of the gas pedal, and then use the Allen screws to pull the pedal through. I noticed that it is a little bit tight right here. I don't really necessarily think that that's the paint we added to it. I think it's just a little bit snug, which is perfect. Try to overshoot the gas.
I don't think you can.
So is it 100% RJ approved?
So far, until I drive it, we'll see. So far, I don't think you could overshoot it. So we've got all 3 pedals installed. I didn't really know how I felt about the foot stop on the gas pedal, but just when you're kind of playing with it, not driving it, I actually really like it. I don't think you could overshoot the gas going from brake to gas. I'm really impressed with everything tonight. We haven't had to fabricate anything or modify anything in any way in order to get it to fit. So that's really impressive too. And they both items look really good. That firewall and these pedals. I'm like I said, I'm just really impressed.